Okay, we have Alyssa Webb as the interviewer and Georgia Smith as the interviewee. What has inspired you to become a practitioner in the field of complementary medicine?
I've always had a keen interest in nutrition, especially as growing up I was always playing a sport or dancing. However, that wasn't the reason for me wanting to be a clinical nutritionist. I was inspired to enter the field of complementary medicine from working one-on-one with a particular child at my previous job who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 5. The more I worked with her, the more I realised I needed to follow my gut feeling of wanting to help people and pursue a career in nutrition and dietetic medicine.
Lovely. What motivates you to succeed in achieving your personal goals?
When focusing on achieving a goal, I use my past experiences, even failures, as motivation to do the best I possibly can at that point in time. I also find that sharing my goals with my closest family and friends also helps me stay motivated, as I know they'll keep me accountable by asking me how I'm tracking with it. Lastly, I like to set smaller goals to achieve a bigger one. So for example, during my studies of nutrition and dietetic medicine, I focused on one piece of assessment at a time and not taking a giant step back just to be overwhelmed by how many were due over the entire semester.
Great. Describe your understanding of a therapeutic relationship between a client and practitioner.
I believe both parties need to ensure that the relationship works for them. Some people don't mind if certain boundaries are crossed and others do. I believe it's up to the practitioner to be warm and welcoming, to let the client set the tone of the relationship. And of course, as long as the practitioner is comfortable with that, then this will allow a therapeutic relationship to start. It should be one that is safe, trusting, and allows the therapeutic process to occur, no matter how long it takes for any progress to be made.
Mm-hmm. And what are your strengths in terms of personal values and qualities that you were able to bring to this role and practice?
I believe my past experiences, both personally and professionally, have given me strengths and attributes in order to be able to be an effective practitioner and work colleague. I use my natural positive mental attitude mixed with my past experiences to firstly view each client as an individual, which I find actually improves the quality of the relationship and also allows the client to be more open and more likely to achieve whatever their goals may be.
Mm-hmm. In what areas would you like to strengthen your personal development?
I know that I have a tendency to be very hard on myself, and I don't stop to look back at how far I've come or how much I have achieved. I would like to be able to develop the skills to allow myself to acknowledge and be proud of what I am doing and how much work I've done. I also take on too much work sometimes, which leads me to be overwhelmed and stressed. Learning to say no to certain things is also a skill that I would like to work on.
Okay. Self-awareness is an important attribute in a clinical setting. One way to further develop this is by practicing mindfulness. Do you practice mindfulness, and in what ways would you incorporate this into your daily life?
I like to incorporate mindfulness in my life, not through a typical meditation activity, but by going to the gym or some other form of exercise to get the release of dopamine. I find that when I'm in the gym or exercising, I'm able to shut everything out from my daily life and only focus on that moment. I also couple that with my own form of self-care by utilising food, focusing on fueling my body, mind and soul with foods that I know I enjoy eating and are going to aid me in my gut health or mental clarity or mood. Occasionally, if I'm feeling very stressed or upset, I like to go to the beach. Listening to the waves calms me and I'm able to clear my mind and focus on things and be more positive.
Okay. In what ways would you incorporate mindfulness into the role as practitioner?
As a practitioner in clinic, I've previously used skills such as taking small 10-minute breaks between clients to either go out in the sun or make a cup of tea or coffee, or just sit at my desk with my eyes closed.
Okay. And describe a situation where you were faced with a confrontational encounter with another person and how you went about resolving this.
If I do have a client who is difficult in the way that they have an issue and I have tried to resolve but couldn't, I refer them to another health practitioner who I trust and believe has the required skills to provide a solution for them. In terms of dealing with somebody who is angry, I make sure that I try to understand their triggers, use positive talk, and reframe the situation in a positive light. And I also like to give them strategies that could change their thoughts and behaviours.
Okay. Dealing with a difficult situation can be stressful, and being a practitioner will present such challenges at times. What measures do you currently undertake to incorporate self-care in your daily life to manage stress?
As I mentioned before, I like to manage my stress by utilising diet and through exercising.
Okay, great. And how do you perceive that this will be a benefit in your role as a practitioner?
I believe the way that I manage stress will benefit me as a natural health practitioner because, just like me, not everybody enjoys traditional forms of meditation, and I may be able to plant a seed in a client's mind by offering suggestions of different stress relievers.
Thank you for meeting with me today, Georgia, to discuss how you're able to contribute to the practice.
Thank you.